situation with the audio. I don't I don't know what's wrong with my phone, but whatever. This video is about family, man. Like the thing about family, family's cool. I'm not anti-family, and when I'm talking about family, I'm not talking about your children or your girl or your wife or what have you. I'm talking about people you didn't create. I'm talking about your mom, your dad, your cousins, grandma, things like that, right? Aunties, uncles. The thing about these people is, bro, it's cool to have a connection with your family. A lot of people try to downplay its importance and the connections that they should be trying to make with people. R.I.P. to Tawana, my cousin was like that when we would talk about our family. She would call them my family, and that was because I don't know. There were not a lot of invites or a lot of inclusion. I don't know whose deal that was. I don't know if that was her father and her mother's choice. I don't know if they were just not invited to stuff like purposely, or they were just because they did live down the street from the main house, from my great grandmother's house. So my thinking was, it just goes without saying you're invited because we stay on 107th and you stay on 113th. But hey, I was a kid. I don't know what happened. It is what it is. But there are people in my family that I stay away from because I don't think certain things would be, I don't think we have the same best interest. We don't have the same goals. We don't have the same mind. And it doesn't seem like we're related. It doesn't feel like we're related. And that's okay. A lot of people waste their time trying to make this thing work because we have the same grandmother at some point. And I'm not saying to be like I said. I'm not saying to treat people like they're not human, like they can't make mistakes. A lot of people give their family extra choice, extra chances and things like that, and that's a good thing because your family is always going to be related to you. Now, there are people I grew up with, of course, the Chips, the Lows, the D's, that, of course, I spent a lot more time with them. I grew up with them. You know what I'm saying? People that I knew since I was 9 years old and 10 years old, yeah, that's gonna hit different than somebody that I met when I was 3 and I moved away from when I was 9. And I didn't start really kicking it with you again until I was like 13 or what have you. Whatever. That's not my situation, but that's a lot of people's situations, bro. And that's the thing. You guys have to stop trying to go everywhere by yourself. Now, I don't want to blame everything on my parents and all of that. I take full responsibility for me just being an oddball, me just being different. But at the end of the day, if you're going to move to a different land, bro, if you have any family, you know how they operate, you know how they think, bro. Try to get them to come with you because the most successful people that I see, a lot of successful people that I see, yes, we compare ourselves as black people, we compare ourselves to the other races, like, oh yeah, the Mexicans, they send one family member, or the Africans, which is not a, whatever. The Mexicans send one person from Mexico to America to check it out, get established, and then they send money and they bring other people over. That's what I saw when I stayed in Oklahoma, bro. There was a house across the street. It was a 2-bedroom house. There was probably like 5 people staying in the house, maybe 6 and 2 babies, right? And then right before we were about to leave, there's a U-Haul that pulls up. I'm thinking they're moving out. No, they're moving like 3 more people in, a whole nother section of their family. After they already got this house, all the teenagers in the house had a job, whether it was at McDonald's, Burger King, whatever. Everybody was working except for one person, and that was the grandmother. And they still had the room somehow to bring 3 more people over. Now, if you're going to move, like for me, my family, my mom moved us from Chicago to Atlanta. My dad was already there though. But he wasn't involved, so that's not even really a good example. But If somebody else would have came with us, man, that would have made the experience a lot better, bro. We would have went through a lot less stress, a lot less BS, a lot less mess. I'll tell you that. But do you want to give your family more choices? How you doing today, fairies? Do you want to give your family more choices to be in your life and improve it? Because it can be done, bro. Like, your family has a genetic interest in seeing you win, bro. And a lot of people, yes, they have haters in their family, but haters are stupid, bro. A hater is somebody who wants to do you harm because they want what you want. Does that make any logical sense? You have what they want, and they want to harm you instead of reaching out to you and getting the information so they can get the material, or so they can get the mind state, or so they can get the emotional stability that you have. That's a dumb person. A hater, 9 times out of 10, if somebody hates on you, bro, they probably don't read that well. Their relationships are probably messed up. Their relationship with themselves is messed up. So you can't rely on the actions of a hater for you to change your mind, body, and soul, for you to change your life, because that person is already not a not a not a stable person. Hold on for 2 seconds. I gotta get my hoodie because I don't want to see. I don't want y'all to see where I work. 2 seconds. You gotta understand something, bro. Yes, a lot of people try to take advantage, but that's the thing, bro. I could say that I for real at some point thought that I thought I was on the spectrum at some point because there was so much about socialization I didn't understand. Like my girl, not my girl, one of my exes was always wanted me to meet her mom, bro. And she always wanted to meet my family, which I didn't understand that. And then when I asked somebody, they were like, she wants to see the people that inspired you to be who you are. The people who inspired you, who raised you, who made you essentially. She wants to see how you function around your people, so she has a good idea of this, and this. And then at that point, I realized how important family was. Because these are the people who are going to hold the memories from your childhood that you don't even remember, bro, which is very important. They're going to know certain things about your mental state, your mental health, what you might need. And they're going to understand you way different than a person that's not related to you. Way different. And when I'm saying it's family, I'm not talking about people that you just grew up with. I'm talking about blood related family. But you do have to understand, bro. It's deeper than just having the same grandparents. It's deeper than just having the same aunties and uncles, bro. These people care about you in a way that nobody else can. But my niggas, dog. My niggas from the block. Your niggas from the block are not genetically attached to you, bro. Yes, your family will mess you over, but it's gonna take a lot more effort. It's gonna take a lot more thought, meditation. It's not gonna affect your niggas on a spiritual level like it's gonna affect your family on that level, bro. But we all we got. Now if I call you my family, bro, it is what it is. But I love my family, but a lot of people do feel entitled to what you have. A lot of people feel entitled to your energy. And a lot of people, a couple people in my family, I can really say, look them in the eye and say, bro, it's okay. I don't like, just like 50 Cent said, I don't like you, you don't like me. It's not likely that we'll ever be friends. Why pretend? Like, nigga, you don't have to keep checking on me. You don't have to keep worrying about me. You don't have to, bro. A big part of being family is liking each other because we are like each other. Genetically, we are like each other, but it's different. It's deeper than the physical, bro. We have a spiritual and emotional relationship that just is not working out. That just does not feel right for us to continue and to be making that connection and to be making that effort. Now, To be honest with you, if you're watching this and you're related to me and you're my family, there is a 99.99%. I am not talking about you unless you're a female and you know who you are. But um, yeah, bro, just with the whole family thing, bro, don't force it. Because just because you know somebody, just because you might have contributed to them being on this planet, or maintained, or tried, or whatever, that means little to a lot of people. Let me say that again. That means a very little to a lot of people. Because when you grow up cold, when you grow up lonely, when you grow up not knowing your purpose, when you grow up resenting all the time and holding in all these tears over certain things, you begin to not think of people as much as they should be thought of as people. You know what I mean? Hopefully you don't, because that's not a good feeling. But at the end of the day, cherish your family, love your family, bro. Because when your family's not here, it's only gonna be you. It's really only gonna be you. And if somebody's trying to put in that effort, but that's the spiritual of having a family. Having a family is it's a very deep, spiritual, special, wonderful thing. Let me check what time it is. I still got enough time for one more cigarette. So if you love your family, man, check on your family, bro. Even if they're not blood related to you, you just explain to them, man, I like you, I love you. We got a spiritual connection. When you hurt, I hurt, and when you laugh, I laugh. And I just want you to know that when I met you, I felt complete. And I love feeling that same feeling every time that I talk to you. You're my family. If you ever need anything, please let me know. Let me know. So we just gotta understand, bro. Don't push it. Don't stress it. Don't compress it. Don't stretch it. Just let it flow. Let it be natural, bro. Because people checking on me, wishing me a happy birthday when they just watched me wither away. They didn't want to give me any wise words. They didn't want to talk to me when I needed it the most. But now they're popping out like, look, bro, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not famous. You know what I mean? But I still feel that I feel like that a lot of times. I believe in myself a lot. So when I feel like, bro, I was doing so horrible, bro. I was really like about to be out of here for real, for forever. You know what I mean? And a lot of people just brush that off. And the sad thing about it is how my cousin Tawana, R.I.P. Tawana, felt. A lot of times that's how I felt. And when people tried to reach out to me later, not knowing what I was going through or knowing what I was going through, seeing what I was doing, yes, I was 19 years old. But if you're in your 30s and you can't manipulate a 19-year-old, you can't give wise words to a 19-year-old, and you're double my age, you're twice my age, you can't you can't give counsel to a 19-year-old. You can't help this person. And when I was 19, do you think I was thinking like a 19-year-old? Because I wasn't living like one. You know what I mean? You were just gonna watch me slowly slip into this grave. It wasn't even slow. It was fast. It was slow for me, but from the outside looking in, it was fast. If you didn't know that's how I was living and that's how I was conducting myself on a daily basis, yeah, it was fast to you. But these people, I might as well be famous or rich. You know what I mean? I might as well be up 110%. I'm up like 20%. I still got 5 times what I have going on left inside me, and that's gonna happen fairly quickly. Um, but when I was on my last leg, when I was about to be out of here, nobody really cared. So that's why I don't mess with a lot of people in my family, personally, because that's that whole mentality, bro. I have an uncle. I mean, of course, he's a different race than I am. And I don't know how those people do, because I didn't really interact with those type of people on that level. But from what I could understand, people of that race, they view family a lot different. They separate themselves a lot quicker. A lot of people that I grew up that were that race, they don't even say uncle or auntie. They say my dad's sister, my mom's mom. And you don't even say grandma, nigga. You can't even say my grandfather, my gramps. You say my mom's dad. What kind of organism is this? So of course, when you think of an uncle, you think of somebody that gives you wisdom, that gives you just a little bit of guidance, just a little bit of something like a positive male role model. But to be honest, I don't know the relationship that my uncle and my mom have or had at the time. I remember he used to buy me the best stuff on Christmas, but that's materials. Now, a lot of people may say, hey, bro, everybody has their own personal thing going on. Everybody has their own kids and all of that, and that's fine. That's cool. That's what's up. But to be totally honest with you, I will say this. I don't think you should be judging people or putting people in a bad position if you weren't there to help them, if you weren't there to make them into anything. You couldn't, like, I'll give you an example, bro. My dad moved to Atlanta from Chicago when I was like 4 or 5. And then when I moved to Atlanta when I was 10, he was whooping me, bro. And in between that, I would see him like twice a year, which would be like Christmas and like for the summer, but he would work during the summertime. So I didn't really get to see him like that. So I really didn't get to build a certain relationship with him. And when I was messing up in school, he would whoop me sometimes, and I felt like a stranger. I felt violated to the core because I felt like a stranger was whooping me, bro. I felt like I couldn't trust anybody. I resented everybody. I hated everybody. I'll never have the same relationship with my father ever again. Oh, Aaron Moses, shadow work, man. Yeah, shadow work, right. But at the end of the day, um, you got to get all that out, man. You have to get out all of that out, and you have to realize that's okay. Because, excuse me, it's water. Because at the end of the day, if you didn't have good parents, bro, if you didn't have ideal parents, you have ideal parents inside you. Pause. No diddy. You got to reparent. You have to do what's called reparenting. You have to parent yourself, bro. You are your own best father and you are your own best mother, bro. You just got to get the information. You just have to get the visualizations and be able to feel that unconditional love and give it to yourself. You're your own best cousin, auntie, uncle, grandfather, grandmother, all of that. If you don't have any of those things, if you don't have access to those type of people, it's inside you, bro. We're all connected. This is what we are supposed to do. And I'm not saying to just throw away people like a socio, but I am saying if you don't have that, if these people didn't want to help you, but now they want to, I just wanted to check on you. I was about to delete myself, bro. You want to check on me now? You want to check on me now when I was drinking every day, smoking 2 packs of cigarettes, slowly slipping into a grave. And when I called you, you didn't answer. And when you did answer, you didn't answer. So a lot of people, I don't have tolerance for people, for real like that. Um, but if you have family and if you're not in that situation, take advantage of it, Craig. Take advantage. Let me see what time it is. It might be okay. Yeah, I gotta smoke this last cigarette before I go to work. I want you guys to be healthy, happy, and free. Love your family, man. I want you to listen to Family Business by Kanye West. Don't worry, it was the old Kanye when he was still relatable to an extent. Two of it, that was on College Dropout. I think that was, yeah. I think that was on his first album. That was on his first album. I just don't know what it's called. But listen to Family Business. I might just rename this video Family Business to be honest with you. But that's all that's said, man. Listen to my new music. It's Aaron Moses. Peace.